Well, I started life as a project manager back in 1984, and to be honest, I was an accidental project manager. I didn't choose it as a profession. I realized, though, that I had to become professional at managing projects because, in my opinion, project management is a professional profession, and this is a trend that I'm seeing more and more and more. But I started life managing some very low-key, not very challenging, not very complex projects, which it didn't really matter too much if I made too many mistakes. And then I worked my way all the way through to managing some really challenging, really complex projects, including, for example, Channel Tunnel, rail link, connecting England to France, which some people still haven't forgiven me for. The power of project leadership. What do I mean? Well, this isn't really going to be a presentation as such. It's going to be more of a storytelling, and the story that I want to give is my story. And I want to share with you what I learned from when I joined Siemens at age 17 to when I left in 2013, and now having worked for myself for the last almost 3 years. And there were 7 things that I discovered, if you like, that served me well in leadership, and that can be applied, I believe, to all of our projects to help you to manage your projects and lead them more effectively. How is it possible that after 32 years, and ladies, I know it's hard to believe, but I am going to be 50 this year. I know it's difficult to believe. I worked for Siemens for almost 30 years, 28 years, 9 months and 4 days to be precise. Not that I was counting, you understand. And I've been working for myself for nearly 3 years. But you're thinking, how is it possible to be even more handsome and more charming and more charismatic 32 years later than when he was at 17? And you know, some of us just have it and some of us don't. Well, I think if we constrain ourselves only to, well, a successful project is on time, to budget, and scope and quality, I think that's too constraining. I mean, it's important, don't get me wrong, but it's constraining. So I think we have to be very smart in the business case when the projects are initiated as to what are the measures of success. And that's the point at which we drop anchor, and we should always go back to that point to say, what did we say we were going to do? How did we say we were going to do it? Have we done the things we said we would do, and the way we said we'd do it? Is that successful? So, for example, is stopping a project failing early a success? Or is it a failure? I might say it's success, because you stopped it before actually it became even more unsuccessful. In terms of a project manager, what makes a successful project manager? Many, many, many things. We heard many about them today, but I think there are a few that stand out for me. Exceptional communication ability, exceptional leadership capability, the ability to empathize, to understand, to listen to what people don't say, to read between the lines, and to be able to operate in this world of uncertainty, ambiguity, and be the person that is still certain and unambiguous when everything around you is changing. You have to be fixed and give that degree of confidence to your team that you're leading and in control, and therefore they feel that they can support what you're trying to do. And there's lesson number 1 in leadership. You have to earn the right to lead. Sometimes in our projects, we're told, you're the leader, you're the leader, you're the leader, you're the leader. But actually, if you're appointed or given the title, but don't display the actions, don't display the right examples, don't adapt your leadership style to your team, don't gain the trust, don't earn the respect, then as a leader, you are lost before you have begun. And so this was the 3rd lesson. Creating the vision, not only of what the project could be, but what I could accomplish within it, and what difference that would make for me, for the business, and for the customer. And it's about seeing this bigger picture, seeing the goal, and then showing the way, leading the way, and then getting out of the way. And this was something I really thought was fantastic. And I really thought to myself, yeah, I understand the difference I'm making in this team. It's not just a task. It's not just something I'm doing. I'm making a difference, and I can see how that difference will make a difference for me. And he said to me, listen, Paul, either work with intent and enjoy what you do, or get out of work. If you don't enjoy what you do, you shouldn't be doing it. If you don't care about why you're doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. And if you're not passionate about something, you won't give it your best. So he said to me, make it your mind. You want to be a project leader or not? And I realized that you have to care, you have to be passionate, and you have to display that to your team, because it's infectious. It rubs off on people. And then that reflects well on you. So the fifth lesson I learned was making this transition was all about passion. Just to summarize, you have to earn the right to lead. It's not position or title. It's about action and example. Be authentic. Be the best at being you. Vision. Set out this future vision for what you can be, what your project can be, what you can accomplish. Leading left and right. Remember the coffee machine and the nice cups of chocolate that came out of that coffee machine? It's all about influence. If you're not passionate about what you do, don't do it. As the saying goes, if you're passionate about what you do and the job you do, you will never work a day in your life. It's true. Anticipation, not just about risk management. It's about getting beyond it and thinking about behaviors that could happen and what are you going to do, and passing the ball. And if you do those things, in 32 years' time, you can look as good as this. So, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.